I am Musah Abdul Matinu Mankutam, the CEO of Gataaba for Life. I'm the founder, and the main reason why we formed the Gataaba for Life is to use practical training, practical skills to impact on the young generation, both women and then children and students, so they can get practical knowledge to start job on their own, to start businesses on their own. And with that one, we are on the way of reducing poverty in the Northeast region and beyond. It's something that depends on the individual goals. For me, to define my success, I have to check to see whether my goals has been met, or the goal set for the organization has been met. If it has been met, that means I am successful. But if they are not met, that means I'm not successful. So every entrepreneur has the way they measure their success. And for me, I measure my success based on the set goals I have for the organization. Along my entrepreneurial journey, I've learned that there's no right time to start in a business. There's no right time to keep your idea on the run. What you have to do is, I know your vision will be great, or my vision will be great, but what you have to do is, I already found out that you have to test your idea and start it now. You have to test your idea and start it now. If you don't start it now, somewhere, somehow, someone might take it along and you have to build up again. Or better still, the time frame set for your business or the idea will be outmoded. And I think in the entrepreneurial journey, I've learned that if you get an idea, a problem-solving idea, then you have to test the idea and start it now. To start with this question, what's sustaining me in my low and high moments? I will say that normally, as a business entity, as an entrepreneur, you will have to build a strong team around yourself. So with me, I have a strong team around me, and when we are in the low times, we rebuild our teams and move on. And also, you have to, the goals or the vision of the organization always motivate us to move, both in our high times and our low times. So we have self-motivating that always help us to move in our low and our high times. And also, when we are in the low times, we try to do research in why we are falling, or why we are not actually getting the expected results. And when we are in the high times, we try to work more to motivate us in that our business agenda. Our major achievement in Gataaba for Life is we have been able to train over 200 women in different diverse skills, be in tie and dye, be in soap making, be in it any kind of skills that we find necessary for them. And we have trained almost over 200 women in the Northeast region, precisely Walewale, Bimsi, Wungu, and the nearby villages. And out of the 200 people, 75 women are actively involved in self-employment. They have started their business and gradually they are moving. And I think we are on course and we are proud of it. What informs our team formation process in Gataaba for Life is the tasks that we are to embark on, our goals, and our duties towards our agendas. We try to organize our people based on our skills. We try to organize, build a team based on competence levels. We try to organize and build a team based on the people to productivity level, and then with that one, we form a solid team to getting Gataaba for Life vision and objectives on course. In Gataaba for Life, we are targeting the unemployed graduates, the unemployed students, and the unemployed young people in our society. So before we go into picking a particular training model, we try to go into the people to find out what skill do they need, because everybody has a different skill they need. So we try to find out, do a survey on what skill they actually need to start their own businesses. And from there, we roll out a model to meet their demand. So at all costs, or at most, anytime we organize a training model or a training, it meets the market demand. And I think with our research, that's why we are always on course. The right time we in Gataaba scale into other market with or without funding is, now there are some particular services or particular skills that are perishable. Some skills, they come today and then the next day they are not of use again. So when we find such a skill, we do at all costs, whether we have funding or we don't have funding, we try to enroll that model. Or when we find out that this particular market or this particular product is moving at the other side, we try to rebuild our team, whether we have funding or we don't have funding, to move into that direction. Let's take COVID-19 for instance. COVID-19 came, no one knows how it came, but at the moment we saw it and we saw that sanitizer was moving. So sanitizer was moving, so we quickly adapt that particular model. We goes in, learn how to do sanitizer with the World Health Organization recommendation, and we now employ the resource person to train women on how to make sanitizer. And our sanitizer was on the market, and after now, people are still making sanitizer. So with these emergency occurrences or natural occurrences, we usually move, whether we have funding or we don't have funding, we scale to other markets, whether we have funding or we don't have funding, based on the particular trending skill or idea on course. Thank you. In the Ghanaian context, investors usually want to find out how many people are in your organization. Are you a sole proprietor, or are you in a partnership, or are you a company, or you are an NGO? And if you are an NGO, how many people are your board of directors? If you are a company, the same thing. But another thing that they look at is the idea. Is your idea sustainable? Can your idea stand the test of time? This is some of the key points that some of the investors look at. And also, some of the investors also look at the team you build around yourself. Is it a solid team? Can they manage the finance aspect of it? Can they manage the business aspect of it, and whatever goes into the business, can your team do it? Can your team yield results? Because the investor need profit and you also need profit, and he's not ready to put his money on a particular venture whereby he cannot even get his investment, not talk of getting profit. My advice to them, or my tips to them, is for a startup to get access to funding from investors, first of all, your idea should be something that is sustainable, that can stand with the test of time. That is what you have to look at. And also, how do you plan your business? What are your visions? What are your objectives? And what do you look out for in that particular business? So no one will give you, or no investor will give you funding when you don't have all this in place. You don't have a precise, or you don't have a clear vision, you don't have a clear goal, you don't have a clear objectives. I think when you don't have these things, they will not give you funding. In Gataaba for Life, we started Gataaba with nothing, and right now we are getting support small. We get our funding within our business or within Gataaba itself. The team that form Gataaba, we do contributions towards achieving the goals of Gataaba, or towards accomplishing the vision of Gataaba. So Gataaba team do contributions to run their programs. Second, the training we do embark on, some of them they need materials, and the materials sometimes are very expensive. So we do explain to the women or the people that we are going to train. Yes, we are going to train you on this and that and that. And right now, the expenses or the materials or the equipment used for the training are very expensive. So for that matter, each and everyone will pay a little of this, and we can use it to buy the ingredients to teach you. So our trainees also contribute small, and we get the ingredients to teach them. So we get some of a little funding from our trainees to run the business. And also, we get support from resource people. Sometimes to get somebody who knows a particular skill to come and deliver is actually expensive. So sometimes we do explain to them, and some of them usually pledge and come and do free of services to us. And right now, we are also fighting more or moving tougher to get something for our trainers, so that they can also be happy anytime we call them to come and deliver their services to us. And we also get some of our support or funding from friends. Some friends do appreciate our work and our effort, and they do donate small to us. I think these particular streams, that's where we get our funding for Gataaba for Life. The growth strategy that have worked for us is we do our research, we do survey on the needed skills, we do survey on the skill that people want, and it has worked for us. And also, we do expand our line of training, because we have that different skills, so we do expand them. When we have training today, doing tie and dye, batik, gari making, bread making, the next training we change or we add the skills. And I think the product expansion, line of expansion, has helped us a lot. And also, we don't stay at one point. We don't stay at Walewale, or we don't stay in Nalelebu, we don't stay in Janga. We move to the communities. We usually have new locations. We move to communities to have our trainings. We move to communities to empower people. And we are usually almost diversified. We are diversified in all areas. We are into training of practical skills, and we do IT training. We have a lot of portfolios. We have the IT training, the agri aspect, which is the share butter processing, and the skill training, almost 4 areas. And we do education too, almost 4 areas. So with this diversification, that move make us to be unique in all areas. And that is what is making us to move forward. Thank you. In my opinion, in building a startup, you have to be passionate about what you are about to undertake. Apart from the business idea, you have to have the passion for that particular intervention you want to impact to the society. And as entrepreneur, to be successful in your startup, you have to be determined. You have to have the determination that you are going to succeed it. You have to have the determination that whether you fail, you are going to what? Continue. You win, you are going to continue. As an entrepreneur, you have to also be courageous. That means you should not fear of implementing or rolling out your business idea or moving on with your startup. So you have to be fearless, or you have to be courageous in dealing with your startup, and you shall get success, or you'll be successful in your business arena. Wow. A startup these days, I say we are blessed. Those days, a startup used to suffer. Getting people to fund them was a problem. Getting a platform to market their product was a problem. But we are lucky, and we are much grateful for this particular moment, because the digital system we are in now, the technological system which has made the world a global village, has actually helped us a lot. One of the days you see people carrying services, products here and there, which was very tedious and tiresome. But these days, you can sit at the comfort of your home with the aid of digitalization and communicate to any country, any continent you want in this particular globe. So I think with digitalization or digital system, it's a big opportunity you can ever imagine. And I think startups should take advantage of this and keep the fire burning. And because the digital system has helped us in giving us resources for us to learn, resources for us to help us market our products. The digital system has helped us with resources to brand our product. The digital system has helped us to package our product and market our product the easy way. So I think there are a lot of opportunities, and that is what I've counted, and it has really helped us. Thank you very much. For me, the major areas accelerators should focus in is There are numerous, but I'll mention some few of them. I think they should focus on developing the youths, putting motivation, some of orientating them the benefits of starting their own businesses rather than folding their arms and putting blames on people. So I think the accelerators should increase their fuels, or they should increase their strength towards impacting to the youths in educating them the reasons and the importance of starting their own businesses, or the reasons why they should start their own business to help their own communities. Because it's very pathetic when you see a brighter young man or young lady sitting down blaming people anyhow for their failures, when they are their own failures. So I think the accelerators should focus more on educating and impacting more on the youths, on our women and children, so that they can go into the entrepreneurial journey. From my understanding of this particular, whether volume is more important to me, our organization in Gataaba, or value is more important to me in Gataaba. As the founder of Gataaba for Life, which we have existed for almost 2.5, and we're going to our 3rd year, I think we value most. We cherish value most. We like value. Value is what makes a product stand for the test of time. Value is a particular pillar that can make a company fall or rise. So in Gataaba, we appreciate value. We normally based on delivering a particular skills that can impact the people towards our goal. We do consider the volume, but it's not our top priority. When we are doing organizing training, we look for those people that are passionate, that are having the passion to learn and also implement whatever we have taught them. We don't train people that we will waste our resources on, and at the end we don't achieve anything. So we don't focus on training the larger population. We focus on those with passion, those who are determined to be their own bosses, those who are determined to start their own businesses, those who are determined to solve societal problems. As I said, we goes into different areas, business, ICT, agric, or education. My final word for new startups or those who are yet to start, the main point I will give to them, or the first word I will give to them is you should redefine your business idea. You should redefine your business goals to meet or to solve the societal problems. Because if you do things that you love to do because you know you are doing, you are not going anywhere. But if you do things that will actually solve problems in the society, problems in the community, I think you are making an impact. Don't start a business that will just last for 2 to 1 year or 2 years and collapse because it has no value. It has no impact on the society. Start something that has value on the society, and with that we can be able to solve our problems without blaming it on people. And my second point goes like this: as entrepreneur or as a startup, you don't always, for me, I don't see the need for 5 years business plan, 3 years business plan. They change. For this particular world we are living, things changes. Ideas changes. So if you sit down to write 5-year business plan, 3 years business plan, 10 years business plan, I think you are on the way to failure. Write at least 1 year business plan, 6 years business plan, and follow it, and you get a clear success to your business. Because if you write your business plan, you have to keep updating it. Update your business plan to meet the current demand, and you have to be creative as entrepreneur. You have to be creative as entrepreneur, and as entrepreneur, don't wait, or as a startup, don't delay in implementing your policies. Don't delay in implementing your goals. Start your business today and begin to polish them. Don't hold the idea in your head. Roll out the business, let it move, and you start to polish it and then make it proper, and you are on the way. Because if you delay, you are delaying your own progress, you are delaying your own process, and you are delaying your own success. Start now. Have the business idea, plan, and start now. Don't wait till tomorrow. Don't wait till next year or 1 month time or 3 months time. Start now and start to polish it up. And as entrepreneur, always try to deliver quality product and services to your customers, and you are having a solid business. Quality services and quality product will let your business grow, and love your customers. Your customers are always right. You have to work on your weaknesses and keep your customers smiling. So I think with these things you can go far with it from my thoughts. And as entrepreneur, you don't sleep. There's a lot ahead, and you don't sleep. You work hard to achieve your success.